Welcome back to another episode of the Spice of Christ. So like I told you, I was going to do some cardio. I'm going to go ahead and record. This is where I come do the exercising to get the cardio going. So I will record. There'll be some like dark spots, whatever. Maybe we might see some action. But like I always say before I start talking, thank Jesus Christ for another day of life. So yeah, I'm just excited, to be out here and praising our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. We got to do that on daily. So I brought with me my son and his cousin. As you can see, they're over there. I think they're a little shy, so I got the little lead on them. A lot of times we walk close to each other, but yeah. So if any of y'all have any questions, let me know, I'm happy that I got the body strap. I ended up getting it at the thrift store. I want to say for $1.99 or $2.99, but it came with a gun holster, and I think it was the colors of the day because they have like 3 colors at the Goodwill I go to. So yeah, ate some IHOP. It was pretty good. Wait, okay, yeah, I didn't know the screen turns off. I'm like, okay, is my camera still recording? So during Christmas times, they put like a lot of Christmas lights and all that. These have been going on for already a good already going on a year, I want to say, yeah. But they go all out on the Christmas trees here. So it feels good, getting some exercise, walking, being able to talk with y'all, it's just something new for me on having the body strap camera on my chest. I've really never had it like that. And I want to say in the water, that is a soccer ball or something. I don't know if y'all could see over there. Hey, is that a soccer ball? It's a ball, right? Yeah, it is, but I am not going in there. Sadly, in this area, a lot of people, I don't want to say a lot, but people have passed away falling in here. You can see doesn't look like there's a rip current, but I know it was one of an old man that he sadly, tragically lost his life. There's a railroad station, not a railroad station, railroad tracks near where I live. And I remember one time I was going from, this one's coming this way, okay. So there's a bike lane. I remember one time I wasn't coming from work, I was actually driving during work. And me and my coordinator, she was telling me, oh, look at all the cops. Ended up finding later, sadly, a young man had some headphones on. That's when the beats like first came out and all that, so he ended up getting hit by the train and all of that. So I don't know if it was something he wanted to do at the time. I know the beats, they're pretty loud, but I mean you should feel the vibration. They said he had some headphones on. Sadly, he lost his life. Before that, there was also another man and another man. The thing is, we don't know when our time's gonna be, whether he knew or not. The thing is, we don't know if he, like I said, but the thing is being right with God, because if you're not right with God, I mean, it's like I tell my son and his friends, I go, we could be here 1 minute and gone the next. I could be here chatting with you 1 minute and then gone the next. And you always want to be, look at that scenery, looks nice. You always want to be ready to meet your maker, to be able to meet him, actually, because people that are dying and going to hell, it's separation from God. You don't get to meet him, you don't get to be with them, and it's sad. In the ending time, yes, everybody's going to get judged, so you'll be able, you're going to get judged, though. And if you already know where you're going, the ones that are in hell right now, the second death is the lake of fire, so they already know where they're going to end up. That's what I'm trying to say. And then here we got the dark section where the cameras go off. It's supposed to be a pole right there. A lot of people tell me there's a walk of a Christian easy. I'm gonna be straight out with y'all. In the beginning, it's not. Once you start learning to rely on God, put God first, and let God lead the way, it's easy. You know, there's things that you don't want to do anymore that you used to do. We're not supposed to be like a dog that goes back to its vomit. So let's say you were an alcoholic, you know, you become a Christian, you don't crave that anymore, but then you start hanging with the wrong crowd. That's why we're not supposed to be with unbelievers, like hanging with them, because you could get entangled. The Bible warns us and all that. So a lot of times you don't drink for a good while. Mostly affects the beginner Christians and all that. And that's why Jesus tells us about the seeds and all that. It's real interesting when you start reading about the parable. And what happens is, like, what I'm telling you on my story, like what I'm trying to say, is you start getting entangled. You start thinking it's all right. Okay. So they end up going back to drinking, and it becomes a habit, and it becomes back an addiction. But then it's worse because we're already warned, you know. So that's what it means, you know, that's what Jesus lets us know, you know, you can't go back. You can't be like a pig that wallows in the mud, you know. Come out, and then, you know, you can wash a pig, it comes out, and it goes back straight to the mud to get dirty again. A dog, it'll go back to its vomit, it'll eat its own vomit, you know. We're not supposed to be like that as Christians. We're not supposed to go back. And a lot of times it affects mostly more the beginning Christians. It really ain't founded on Christ. They end up backsliding, or they end up turning back to the world. I had a young man, you know, not gonna mention who he is. We actually talked, and he was letting me know that the reason he was ignoring my calls was because look at the ducks, was because he went back and he didn't want like to hurt me. You gotta understand, it hurts in a way, but not to a point where like, oh, I'm gonna disown you or anything. As I told him, I go, you know, I'm still here for you, man, you know. I'm not gonna judge you, you know. And I let him know, I go, look, because he goes, it's not easy. And I go, you know what, it's not. But the thing is, you gotta hang with the right crowd, you know. And I'm letting y'all know that you gotta hang with the right crowd. If you're not hanging with the right crowd, as like I said, you go back, you start hanging, especially a baby Christian, you start hanging with that wrong crowd again, you can get entangled. So what happened with him, instead of hanging with me like we were in the beginning, he started going back to that crowd. He went back, and then he apologized, and I guess he thought I was gonna get mad. I want to say it's disappointing. I just want to say, you know, it hurts in a way, but it's not to the point where I'm gonna be like, oh, dude, I'm not gonna hang with you, because he became a Christian, and I can't let my brother just go back. So I let him know, you know, like, I'm here for you. If you ever want to chat or anything, just let me know. So that's what it is about being a Christian, is being there for one another, helping each other, doing what you got to do, you know. A lot of times we tend to want to do things on our own, but we can't. That's the thing, we can't. So that's why I love the verse Philippians 4:13. I can do all things, not some things, all things through Christ who strengthens me. We're running out of air. I mostly don't talk, you know, when I'm jogging. I'll talk with them for a little, but this is awesome getting to talk to y'all, take y'all on this walk, show y'all, hey, I'm doing cardio like I said I do. And we don't do it every day, but we try to do it every day. And my niece is gonna go back, so mostly we try to do it in a group of 3 or 4, just to be on the safer side. It's not a bad neighborhood here, but you'll still have encounters, like people that just want to like be a little aggressive. And as Christians, we're not here to fight anybody or do anything like that, you know. It's like I tell my guys, the thing you want to do is always de-escalate the situation or walk away. Now, if I say I've been doing that lately, no. There was an incident where, you know, I ended up losing my temper. Some guy cussed me out, and the old me, you know, was like wanting to come out, but you feel the difference. You don't feel the anger you once felt. And you know, I even posted, you know, that we got to remember that it's not the people, it's what's behind the people, which is demonic influence. And somebody text me. My friend selling a PS4 cheap. I am trying to stay off gaming. That's something I don't want to get addicted to again. You know, for a while I was getting addicted to it, but that's something that, you know, and I like the Bible verse that tells us the fruit of the Spirit. The fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. Galatians chapter 5, verse 25 with 25 with 26. So I thought I heard a fish right now. And if I said the Bible verse is wrong when you look them up, just let me know. Sometimes I've noticed, even before I would notice, that people would post Bible verses, and I'd be like, that's not the chapter and the, you know, the verse. But like I said, Philippians 4:13, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And we have this tree right here. It's a dead tree. Hopefully it doesn't fall on me or anybody. It's a little tilted too much to this side. So a lot of times, you know, because like I said, the channel's about Jesus, is also about motivating y'all to do something, you know. And I don't want to get the license plates because I don't know, you know, if I get in trouble for that. And I'm barely using the GoPro, so I don't want it to like pick up what it's not supposed to. I'll check the camera before I edit. I mean, before I post it, because it's like new. So we're gonna turn this way, and you can see there's like fish movement in there. So it's pretty good. There's like a lot of fish movement in there. Yeah, because I wouldn't want my plates coming out on social media. So the thing is, you know, it's like I said, you always got to put Christ first. You always got to put God first. You want to do something, pray on it. Make sure that you have God leading the way, you know. I invested in this camera because I want to help y'all, and it also helps me also, you know. And we could do this together. That's why I always had a saying, let's do this. And you know what's funny is I had a saying that said, let's do this, when they used to let you add like your little slogan on YouTube, and then they took it away and all that. Look, there's a cop. And then they took it away and all that. I don't want to get stopped because I don't know. The cops here are pretty cool though. It's a small town, so I know most of them. Actually, I take that back. I know most of the ones from my hometown, which is like a 10-minute drive. And the ones I did meet are actually from another city. So yeah, but it's a small town. One of them's my cousin. She's actually becoming a cop, so I'll probably be seeing her pretty soon. Not in a bad way. Okay, back to what I was saying. So that was my slogan. I remember one time I had went to I want to say it was Marshall's. Yeah, I think it was, no, Burlington. I take it back, it was Burlington. I went to Burlington and they had my slogan there, let's do this, and it was all like copyrighted, and it said 2016 or something like that. Mine, I've been doing it since 2000, like in before I even got with my wife, I believe. I want to say back in 2006 or 5. So yeah, I had it first. I mean, if somebody else had it out there before that, then yeah. But I was just amazed, you know, it was a little upsetting. Somebody else I noticed on TikTok has similar, like the Spice of Christ, but I think there's a Spice of Christ, and mine's the Spice of Christ. And it's a lady, she has it like that. But it's cool, you know, as brothers and sisters are not supposed to be going at each other. But exercising is real nice, you know, it's nice. Mostly you want to do it where it's a more lighted area. If you tend to do it like in a small area, not a small area, in a dark area, that's why I said always bring like a group of 3-4 people with you to be on the safe side. Carry pepper spray, nothing wrong with pepper spraying somebody, they try attacking you. But to carry a knife or a gun, that's just going too far. You know, you always want to de-escalate the situation. I've seen videos where they rebuke them in the name of Jesus and people actually freeze or they go away. I do have faith, you know, that saying that the people won't do anything. I mean, I could tell y'all, I've had situations where people wanted to hurt me, they couldn't hurt me. It was like an invisible wall. At the time, I was still like in the world on one of them, and the dude was even saying, he goes, I don't know what's stopping me. You know, he was just there like, I don't know what's stopping me. And I didn't think about it at the time. There's houses, so it's near a house, so I don't want to get the houses or their address. So at the time, okay, I don't know the view of this camera. I could just put my hand like that. Okay. So at the time, you know, I was like, I didn't understand. Later on, I understood. I even had somebody that was possessed that told me, I want to do something to you, but I can't. There's a light around you protecting you. And the young man was demon possessed. I didn't know anything about snake demons or whatever. I don't even care about the names of the demons. But I ended up finding out there's a demon that's like a snake or something. And when he would talk to me, he would always slither his tongue. You gotta remember, it can't be the same demons. There's all similar demons. So the thing is, they all have one accord, and that's to make sure that people go to hell and they find any way to take souls to hell. So speaking of demons and all that, you think they're your buddies and all that. Nope. There's somebody that's ready to backstab you right on the dot. So yeah, they don't like you. They don't like that you're made in the image of God, and that's how it is. So we're already like a lot of fish movement. I love this area, you know. It's already almost towards the end of the, probably, I want to say, not even halfway anymore, I think. My car's right over there. Yeah, we should be like halfway almost at the end of this trail. There's gonna be another trail I want to take y'all on. It's a little more scarier. The neighborhood's more closer. There's more dogs, but it is a trail where we could walk on. And as always, I want to make sure I'm doing it in public areas. The old me, I would have gone, probably gone in private property, all that. But yeah. So now that I've been like talking with y'all more, my breathing's starting to get controlled, and it's all good. So it's all good. So that's good. But yeah, basically that's all I end up doing when I come out here. We'll jog, do a little adventure out there and all that. Talk to the cats that are around here, because there's a lot of stray cats. There's one over there. I just don't want to turn that way because I don't want to be getting people's houses. You know how some people are, they get mad if you're posting their house and all that. But as you can see, I'm just more focused on the trail. Young man on a bike, but he's just doing his exercise.